I came across a post on Lemmy yesterday or the day before, and it was asking about incremental games. And I wasn't exactly sure what that meant, because it doesn't really mean anything. And what they were talking about was idle games. And I find the concept of the idle game quite fascinating. It's a game that you do nothing, essentially. Let's go through the average idle game. Cookie Clicker is perhaps the quintessential idle game, so let's talk about that a lot. So it starts out and you have this big cookie, you've got to click it, and every time you click it you gain a cookie. You can use the cookies to purchase items like additional cursors and cookie farms and like singularities from which you get cookies from the cookie dimension, and stuff like that, normal stuff like that. It makes sense. All of which generate cookies for you, so they essentially click the cookie for you. And you can upgrade them so that they click, that you get more cookies per click. You can upgrade the individual things so that they generate more cookies per second or whatever, or they generate cookies quicker. You can upgrade the cookie itself. You can get golden cookies and all sorts. But the idea is to get it to a point where you can leave it and then come back to it and your cookies have increased dramatically. So then you can go through, buy more upgrades, buy more buildings and things, and then leave it for a bit more, and then your cookies will have increased even more than they did last time. Except you spend most of the time not doing anything, and it's really weird. It's an odd sort of game. On paper, it makes no sense, does it? It's a game that you literally are playing so you don't have to play for a bit. You're playing it so you don't have to play for a bit. And much of the time, an idle game is something that you can do while playing another game that's not idle. How about that, huh? The strangest thing about this is that idle games are ridiculously compelling. I opened one up. What was the one that I opened up, actually? Something to do with dimension. Antimatter Dimensions. It was one of the listed ones. And I gave it a try. And, well, I seem to have... I gave it a try like 3 days ago. And I've not touched it since, and I have 398.73 billion antimatter. That's the game. I've just not done anything with it, and I've got loads of antimatter. It's literally the numbers. But they are so compelling, because now I'm looking at it and I think, oh, I can buy all these upgrades, and I can max out all my upgrades now. I'm making 71.5 million antimatter per second. I don't know how much I was making before, but it's probably more than I was doing. Oh, it's going up really fast now. I don't really get this game. There's percentages and stuff. It's maths. But the point is, very compelling. Clicking Bad was one that I discovered while I was at college, and that's a really, really simple one. It's like Cookie Clicker, but even simpler. Really compelling. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I don't really know why that is. But this is just an observation. And you share an idle game with someone and they think, oh yeah, it's a bit of rubbish this. Probably still playing it by the end of the day. Or playing it. I don't know, it's an odd one. And it's kind of there must be some psychological... I'm going to close this now because I'm just paying attention to the antimatter going up. There must be some psychological trick with it. As far as I can tell, with a game like that, the antimatter one that I've just had open, it's literally just a bunch of buttons and text. But a lot of mobile games use the idea of the idle game to try and draw you in. Much of them will have systems whereby it'll take, say, 24 hours to upgrade a building, or 24 hours before you can, play a puzzle again or whatever. But you can pay to make it go faster. You can pay something like a 79p or whatever, and you can play the puzzle again straight away, or upgrade your farm straight away. And that's where it gets a bit dodgy. But the idle game as it is, the likes of Cookie Clicker and Clicking Bad, and one that I discovered was Melvor Idle. There's things like Idle Champions and Adventure Capitalist, and there's a few more that I've come across. Lots of Flash games count for that too. Not bad in my book, and it's something that you can just nip in and out of, and it's a game that demands not very much of your time, but still gives you the sort of rewards of playing a game, playing an RPG, I suppose. Anyway, that's idle games. If you have any idle games that you like, please do post them in the comments. I'd be interested to hear what you would recommend. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.